Hi again, guys. This is the third part of the review of the part3 Live unit. Here I'm going to be talking about the quality of the tones overall. Let me tell you, this thing doesn't hide bad playing. It's very responsive to your playing dynamics, to your technique. If your strings are old, if you make a mistake, if you happen to ring, for example, an open string when you're playing by accident, it can be heard from a mile away. And you can hear these things either connected into an amp or, directly. Actually, when you're practicing, for example, you're at 3 a.m. in the morning, you're playing and you're listening to yourself with earphones. The cabinet simulation is so good that you cannot make any mistakes, or it will be heard a lot. There are some things that normally we overlook when we play. This thing, if you don't avoid that, you will hear it. You have to play really tight and precise to make it sound good. Maybe sometimes too much, but that's a good thing because it helps you practice. And the best thing of it is that you can play at night. You don't bother anyone, but you still get this quality. You're still playing, and if you screw up, you can actually hear it. Also, some guys wonder if you buy one of these, you're gonna get exactly a clone of an Angle amplifier or a Mesa Boogie or a Marshall. And let me tell you that it doesn't work this way. If you're trying to get one of these units because you want to have a copy of your favorite amplifier, you're gonna get disappointed. Because the models have similar, color and responses, but they don't sound the same. To me, it's not a bad thing. I don't think of it as having many amplifiers in one unit. I think of it as having many different distortion colors in one unit, and this is what this unit is strongest at, to me. The distortion. If you're a guitar player focused on, death metal or guitar, the solo playing, you're going to be very satisfied with this unit, because if you set it up correctly, this thing can give you incredible amounts of articulation, awesome articulation, so much that you can't screw up. And if also, if you're using middle gain or low gain sounds, it's the same. Your playing gets translated perfectly through this unit. And to me, this is very important. It doesn't matter if a device is digital or a modeling device, as long as it translates your playing, and as long as the thing responds to your dynamics and your techniques and what you want to do. This unit succeeds in that. Even though it has some flaws, the big good thing about this is that it translates your playing. If you're using single coil pickups, humbuckers, or humbuckers connected in parallel, you can really hear the difference, even if you have huge amounts of gain. And this is something awesome that I have found with this unit, and that I actually haven't experienced in any other devices, such as this digital, processor things. If you have lots of gain and you put on, your single coil or a different brand of pickup, a different colored pickup, you can really hear the difference. If your strings are old, you can hear the difference. That's what I like the most about this thing. If you're also, you have some very nice amplifier models here, like the Criminal, the Angle Powerball, the Marshall rack preamp model, the Line 6 Aggro, some of those that have some really nice distortion color. This is the good thing about here. You have several banks here. You can set up different tones, but you can get many different distortion types. Some are grainier, some are like throaty, some of them are a little more fizzy and thin, and it can be very useful. Another thing is the effects. The chorus is not really good. This unit, I think, has this kind of effects, modulation and delay effects, focused like studio effects. They're not you know, copying analog boxes where you get a warm sound and kind of you know, analog and very nice. These ones are thinner, like for studio use. The chorus is kind of complicated to use. You have a lot of parameters to move around, and to be honest, you're not going to get the same type of chorus with this one like as if you were using a stump box like the Boss one, the very famous chorus. The chorus is kind of okay, but not awesome. The delay is okay as well. You can set it pre or post. That's a plus. And here you have a tap switch, so you can, you know, set the tempo. That's a good thing. It has some synthesizers there. Yeah, I haven't used them because I don't like the sounds of it. You know, you play and it translates your guitar into a kind of you know, keyboard wave thing. I don't like it, but I have tried it, and if you play very fast and all that, as long as you're clean, it responds well. And you have a pitch shift utility here. You can control it with the expression pedal. The problem is that you assign it here only to the stump box switch. So if you're using a distortion model where you're driving the front of the amp, with this stump you're going to have to turn it off to use the pitch, and that's a disadvantage. Also, you have the wah-wah pedal. You have different wah models, but I think the best one is the Beta wah. The other ones are kind of they're colorful and they're nice, but they don't have enough range, you know, to use many notes with the effect actually being heard. So it's an okay wah-wah pedal. I have seen better, and for example, if you use a Crybaby, it will sound, it will respond better. But it's nice. The only problem is that when you activate it, the volume on your tone is boosted, and it's very quite noticeable, and it can be very annoying for some people. You cannot turn it off. Okay. So then, and now I'm going to talk about the clean tones are kind of okay. You can get great things out of it, but they're pretty nice. They're kind of too thin. They don't get too much compression. That's the problem here. You don't get a tube-like clean sound. It's similar, but it's not as warm and compressed as a tube amplifier. Okay, I think this is about it in my opinion, talking about the tones. Overall, it's a great unit for this. It's very responsive, and the direct speaker simulation is awesome in response. So next I'm going to be talking about using it in front of an amplifier, which is something many people have had problems with. Bear with me and stick around for the fourth part of this review. Well, I'll show you some tips to connect it in front of the amp, and I'll give you a little demonstration of the tones I like.